Hey, what is going on, guys? This is the SS Ultimate Goku back with another video, and oh boy. This is a rant! Because, once again, another pay-per-view comes and goes. Another pay-per-view comes and goes. Money in the Bank comes and goes. And it proves one thing. That WWE doesn't give a damn about characters who genuinely connect with the fans. But, you know, we've known this for years. They tried to hold down CM Punk. They tried to hold down Daniel Bryan. They tried to hold down Braun Strowman. Well, they succeeded in that because, you know, they didn't give him the title until COVID when there was no fans. Every time somebody naturally gets over by themselves, they don't pull the trigger. They don't embrace it. And it's no different with LA Knight. Yeah. LA Knight has just become massively over. Much like Braun Strowman did, and they didn't pull the trigger. It was too late. And they didn't do it here. This was the opportunity to do it. LA Knight was massively over. To put it an understatement, he was at the palm of people's hands. He could do no wrong. Could do no wrong. Could do no wrong. In this pay-per-view, in the match, everybody was cheering for LA Knight. Literally, everybody was cheering for him. They were cheering for him over Butch, who Butch lives in the area that Money in the Bank was. He's a hometown hero. And when LA Knight and Butch were fighting each other, or, you know, they were changing punches or whatever, they were cheering for LA Knight. They were not cheering for the hometown guy. That's how over this guy is. That's how fucking over LA Knight is. Even the hometown hero couldn't get cheered over him. Everybody was cheering for LA Knight. When he was going up that ladder, people were like, oh my, you know, oh my God. Oh my God, the crowd was going nuts. And then when they did that stupid thing with fucking, when they did that stupid fucking thing with Pierce, you could hear a pin drop. You could hear a fucking pin drop on how pissed off people were that happened. And yet they didn't go with it. They fucking had him win. And, unbelievable. It's unbelievable. WWE clearly does not give a shit about what the fans want. As every time we've had cases where fans have literally naturally wanted somebody to win, they don't go with them. Damian Pierce won. Okay, wasn't Logan Paul, though Logan Paul did a botch on the table. Wasn't Logan Paul, which was a good thing because Logan Paul doesn't deserve it. But they went with Damian Pierce, and I still can't believe it. I still can't believe they picked him over LA Knight, who literally is being cheered like no other. But again, this is what you get. This is what you get with WWE. They don't like guys who can naturally get over. Hell, LA Knight was supposed to be a manager. So, that's the first thing that was wrong about this thing. Obviously, this was the worst because the crowd was totally not in it for a while after this. The other matches that happened. The first couple of matches that happened after the men's Money in the Bank, the crowd was dead. The next match they had Ronda Rousey lose the title because Shayna Baszler turned on her. I don't exactly know why they're doing that. I mean, I guess they're going to face each other off at SummerSlam, but no one will be interested in the match, and Ronda's probably just going to win anyway, so it doesn't matter. They lost the tag titles, but whatever. Not gonna too much about that thing because I didn't really care. Gunther won and retained the title against Riddle. Drew McIntyre came back. Whatever. Hopefully Drew wins because I really don't want Gunther to fucking beat the Honky Tonk Man's Intercontinental record. I don't think that record should be broken. I've said that multiple times, so... personally, I think Sheamus should be the one who takes the title from Gunther, but I guess they're going with Drew. Whatever. Cody Rhodes beats Dominic Mysterio. Not surprised there. What I was surprised was Brock Lesnar wasn't there. Io Sky won the Money in the Bank for the women. And I know a lot of people probably like this decision. I didn't. And this is probably where people might disagree with me on this one. But here's the fucking thing. What is Io Sky going to do with the title? She's not going to probably do anything with the title. If anything, she's probably going to be a belt warmer. Okay? The way WWE books shit. Okay? To me, what I would have done, and I know some people say they would disagree with me on this one, but I think this is how they should have done it. I think Trish Stratus should have won the Money in the Bank. I think Trish Stratus should have won Money in the Bank. And I don't care what anyone says. Trish Stratus needed to win the Money in the Bank. Yes, she doesn't need the Money in the Bank. I know some people are going to say, oh, she doesn't need it. She's a legend. She needed to win here because of the storyline that they're going to tell. Because I think what they should do is I think they should have Becky Lynch and Trish Stratus at WrestleMania for the women's title. And they need to get there. Because here's the thing. People keep complaining about how the women match should be the main event for night one. Well, the reason why it wasn't this past year was because the storyline that they built with Charlotte and Rhea Ripley was not a well-built storyline. Okay? Was not a well-built storyline. If you have Becky Lynch and Trish Stratus for the women's title at WrestleMania, that will be a well-built storyline because it started, just around after last year's WrestleMania. You have a well-built storyline and you have, a big main eventer like Becky Lynch, and you have Trish Stratus, who is an established legend. And so this is where I would have had Trish Stratus win the Money in the Bank, cash in at some point to take the women's title, later in the year, so then she could, and then Becky Lynch win the Royal Rumble, and then night one you have your main event for the women right then and there, a well-built storyline. So I would not have put the bank on Io Sky. Now, if I wasn't going to put it on Trish, I would have probably put it on Zelina Vega because of how over she's getting in the Hispanic community, because obviously she's Latino Hispanic, especially that big pop she had in Puerto Rico. That's what I would have done had I'm, not going with Trish. But I'm thinking about storyline-wise, and to some people that say, oh, Trish doesn't need it, well, Brock didn't need it either a couple of years ago, and, they still went with him, So I think they got this backwards. I think, as I said, they got it backwards by having the face win the women's and then having the heel win the men's. It also set the tone for the crowd, because the crowd was all pissed off for multiple matches before the Cody Rhodes match kind of picked things up again. The Usos defeating Roman Reigns and Solo And Roman taking the pin this time, I think, was a stupid mistake, in my opinion. So some people are arguing, well, it makes sense, the pinfall. That doesn't necessarily mean he's going to take the title. But I don't know how you don't do Jey Uso versus Roman Reigns at SummerSlam at this point. Roman probably will retain. But I did not like this decision. You know, it kind of diminishes the other guys that have faced Roman that are over to be the one that beats Roman. Like, for example, fucking Cody Rhodes, Sami Zayn, they couldn't beat him in a tag match. Nobody could pin Roman in a tag match. But yet, they let Jey Uso do it. This kind of feels more like a family-type decision. They'll have Jey Uso get the pin here. I disagree with it. But it feels like that they're going to have to either do the Jey Uso, or you're going to have to do Jey Uso and Jimmy Uso at SummerSlam against Roman. Because that's the only way it makes sense. John Cena also came back to basically kind of pander to the crowd about having a WrestleMania in the UK. Obviously WrestleMania 40 is in Philly. So not exactly sure what they're going to get with this. Maybe WrestleMania 42 will be in the UK. This could be due to, I think, and this is a theory on my part, I think this is more because of the recent AEW Wembley All-In thing. I think now now WWE is going to try to do WrestleMania in Wembley. Now, I don't know if that's true or not, but I think that's what they're going to try to do now. Now that they see what AEW is doing, and anytime when AEW is doing something, WWE is going to do it. Obviously they started doing contracts, waiving people from being able to do events before theirs. This might be a way to steer Wembley away from AEW. Because to my understanding, they've been asking to go back to Wembley in the WWE for years, and they haven't. They went in SummerSlam 92, and that was it. I still don't like the idea of WrestleMania not being the traditional kickoff time. But obviously they've been doing this for a lot of the pay-per-views lately. The regular pay-per-views. I just think it would be really, especially since you're doing 2 nights. I still think the statistics or the simplistics of a WrestleMania in UK is not going to work because of the way, especially now that they do two nights of WrestleMania. But I don't think John Cena coming out like that wasn't significant for them wanting to do it now because of what AEW did with All In, or what they're going to do at All In right now, since they've done 60 tickets so far, 60,000 tickets so far. But overall, I am not a fan of this Money in the Bank pay-per-view. Like I said, the worst thing that they did was the opening match. That just sunk the whole crowd for a while there, and WWE fucks up again, as I've always said. LA Knight is the guy, and they just fucking ruined it. They ruined it. He should have. He should be the one who challenges Seth for the title. No, not Roman, but the fucking the world title or whatever. WWE they just don't understand. They don't understand the fans. They don't understand the fans. They don't care about what the fans think because they want to go with their guy. They don't want to go for the guys that the fans naturally want, like Stone Cold, like, like Daniel Bryan, like CM Punk. These guys got, naturally over. Now, of course, Daniel Bryan and Punk had a hard time getting to where they were. Stone Cold didn't because Vince had to embrace it because of the competition. But, now WWE doesn't give a fuck. And it really pisses me off because, it's going to be another a missed opportunity for LA Knight. And LA Knight's going to have to, keep doing what he's doing and, hope that the fans don't lose interest, which I hope they don't because I really like LA Knight. But it just seems like that's what's going to happen now. Let me know what you guys think. Again, I'm really pissed off at what WWE did here. Comment, rate, flex if you my videos. Please subscribe. And that's about it. I'm the Ultimate Goku, and I'm out of here. Peace.